Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are good and enthusiastic towards your studies. Myself, Teacher Parul, welcomes you all in the science class. In this video, we are going to move ahead with our science chapter 5 part 2. So, we will continue with our chapter 5 coal and petroleum part 2. In previous video, we have already completed the first part of our chapter, that is coal. In this video, we are going to see the next part, the last part of this chapter, that is petroleum. So let us see which are the topics which we are going to see in this video. Topics covered in this video. The topics which are covered in this video are petroleum, refining of petroleum, constituents of petroleum and their uses, natural gas, and the last topic, some natural resources are limited. So my dear students, let us learn all this topic in detail one by one. So let us start with the very first topic. So the very first topic is petroleum. You know that petrol is used as fuels in light automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters and cars, which is very common to us and which we see daily, right? So heavy motor vehicles like trucks and tractors, they run on diesel. Petrol and this diesel, they both are obtained from a natural resource called petroleum. Okay, this petrol and diesel, they are obtained from where? From the petroleum. The word petroleum is derived from petra means rock and oleum means oil. Petra, oleum. Okay, so petra means rock and oleum means oil, as it is mined from between the rocks under the earth. Okay, under the earth crust. Now, do you know how is petroleum formed? Okay, petroleum was formed from organisms living in the seas. Okay, as these organisms died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, there will be absence of air, high pressure and high temperature transform these dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. This shows the deposits of petroleum and natural gas. Okay, you see that the layer containing petroleum oil and gas is the above that of the water, as you can see in the image. Okay, see in the image how it is shown. Okay, so that petroleum which is present under the earth crust, how it is removed, let us see. Okay, so the process of separating various constituents of petroleum is known as refining of the petroleum. Refining of petroleum is done in the fractional column. Okay, refining of this petroleum, it is done in the fractional column. Components with higher boiling point are collected at the bottom of the fractional column. Okay, the component, there are different type of components which are present in the petroleum. Okay, so whichever components they are having higher boiling points are collected at the bottom of the fractional column. Components with a lower boiling point, they are collected at the top of the column. So let us understand this fractional column by the diagrammatic representation, and let us learn how this refining of petroleum is done. What are the products which we are getting from the petroleum? Fractional distillation of petroleum. Okay, so as you can see, the petroleum, it is heated in different temperatures. Okay, this petroleum, it is heated in the different temperatures. Now the lower temperatures, as it is already told that it will come on the top, and the substance which contains higher temperature, it will come in the bottom. So as you can see, different types of the substances are present, as you can see clearly in the video. Okay, in the image, see naphtha is there, kerosene, diesel oil, fuel oil, different type of the substances, different type of the material which we are getting from the petroleum. Petroleum does not only contain petrol and diesel, it contain various type of the different type of the materials also. Okay, see, crude oil, that is petroleum, is added and it is heated. So this petroleum, it when heated, it give different type of the substances. Okay, it give different type of the substances. It is when heated, it will give different type of the substances: gasoline, naphtha, kerosene, diesel, petrol. Different type of the things we will get from this petroleum, okay, when it is heated. So as you can see, there are different temperatures, okay, there are different temperature. It is heated in degree Fahrenheit, okay, so different temperatures are there, and at different level different thing is obtained. This fractional distillation method is arranged, this is arranged in a such a way that at a particular level it will get separated. At a particular temperature various things will be separated. As you can see, naphtha 185 degree to 360 degree, kerosene from 350 degree to 450 degree, okay, then diesel oil is from 450 degrees Celsius to 650. As you can see, all this fuel oil, it has different temperatures, so at different temperatures it gets separated, and different things are used from this crude oil, that is the petroleum in the common language. So here are the images of petroleum refinery. As you can see how big it is. That was just a diagrammatic representation. It acquires a lot amount of area. As you can see, very big instruments are there to separate this crude oil, and we are getting different things from this crude oil. So here are the images. Formation of petroleum takes place over a period of millions of years ago, okay, which I've already told you. Petroleum reserves are limited, that is, they are found only in few places on the earth, okay. These are limited, understood. The ever increasing population has further increased the demand for petroleum and its product, as we all know, okay. This petroleum is demanded, okay, it is demanded by various people in various parts of the country, right, in even in this earth. Now in India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, which is commonly known as PCRA, advises people on the various methods that can be adopted to conserve petrol or diesel. They are telling to save this petrol and diesel. It is not present in large amount, so we need to conserve this petrol and diesel. So this was about the petroleum. Now let us see the various constituents of petroleum and their uses. So petroleum and its uses, okay. Now see, as we have seen in fractional distillation, that petroleum, this crude oil petroleum, it is heated at different temperatures and different things are obtained from it, okay. So let us see all this thing, what we are getting from the petroleum and where these products are used, okay. So the very first is the petroleum gas in liquid form, that is LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. It is used as fuel for home and industries, okay. It is used in homes for fuel, as a fuel for at homes and in industries. The next one is the petrol, which is used in motor fuels, aviation fuel, solvent for dry cleanings, okay. In various type of the fuel it is used in motor fuel, and also this petrol is used as a solvent for dry cleaning. In dry cleaning of the clothes, this is used as a solvent. The next product which we are getting, that is the paraffin wax, okay. Paraffin wax, it is used in the preparation of the ointments, it is used in preparation of the candles, vaselines, and etc., okay. The next one is the diesel. It is also used as a fuel, but it is used as a fuel for heavy motor vehicles, electric generators, okay, or it is also used in electric generators. The next one is the kerosene. It is used as fuels for stoves, lamps, and also for jet aircrafts, okay. It is also used for jet aircrafts. The next one is the lubricating oil, okay. It is used for lubrication, lubricating oil. Now see, if something, okay, if something is not moving easily, or if it is making some sound in your vehicle, so what usually they tell to oil your bike or oil your vehicle. So at that time they are using lubricating oil, so there will be a lubrication, so that it will not make much noise. The next thing which we get from the petroleum is the bitumen. It is used in paints, road surfacing, okay, in surfacing of the road, and even in paints this is used. So this petroleum, it contains various things. It is separated by the fractional distillation method by heating, okay, by heating, and these things are obtained and they are used for various purposes. I hope till here it is clear to you. So this was all about the topic of petroleum. One important topic is also there in your textbook, that is the natural gas. So let us see that. Natural gas. Natural gas is formed from dead organisms which decompose in the absence of air under the condition of the high pressure and temperature. Okay, natural gas, it is formed from the dead organisms which decompose in the absence of air under the condition of the high pressure and temperature. You have seen, no, the refining of petroleum in that on reservoir rock was there, in after that water was there, just above that oil was there, and in just above that a small layer of gas was there, that was the natural gas. Okay, so it is stored under high pressure as compressed natural gas, that is CNG. It is used as fuel for vehicles because it is a cleaner fuel, less polluting. CNG, it is less polluting, it is a cleaner fuel, so most efficiently now this fuel is used, and this fuel is also cheaper. Now, as we all know that in nature, few things are present, few things are inexhaustible, and few things are exhaustible. So the last topic of your textbook is some natural resources which are limited. We are going to see few natural resources which we are getting from the nature is limited. Okay, so let us see what it tells. So you have studied in the beginning of the chapter that some natural resources are exhaustible, like fossil fuels, forest, and minerals. Okay, you know that coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. It requires the dead organisms millions of years to get converted into these fuels. On the other hand, the known reserves of these will last only few hundred years. Okay, this will last only few hundred years. Moreover, burning of these fuels is a major cause to air pollution. It is a major cause of the air pollution. It is polluting the air. Their use is also linked to global warming. Okay, their use is also linked somewhere for global warming. This is also responsible. It is therefore necessary that we use this fuel only when absolutely necessary. Okay, we have to use this fuel only when it is absolutely necessary. Unnecessarily we can't use these fuels, as they are limited in the nature. This will result in better environment. Okay, this will result in the better environment, small risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. Okay, if we will use this carefully, we can use these fuels for longer time, we can use these resources for longer time. So we should use this fuel when it is necessary. Unnecessarily we should avoid to use this. Now one example I can give you. Now if you are going at a nearby place, okay, if market is near to your house and you can go walking, if it hardly takes 10 minutes or 15 minutes, right? So you should go walking, you should prefer going walking to not to waste this petrol. So this was just one example. This way you can save these natural resources in many different ways. Okay. So in India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, that is PCRA, advises people how to save petrol or diesel while driving. Okay, they are advising people that how can they save this petrol and diesel, so it will be useful for the future generations. Okay, so their tips, few tips are given, that is, drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Okay, we are going to use a constant speed and moderate speed. Okay, so like if we are driving at a 40 speed of 40, so we are going to continue in that only. Okay, then switch off the engine at traffic lights or at the place where you have to wait. Ensure correct tire pressure. The pressure of your tire should be correct. Ensure regular maintenance of your vehicle. Your vehicle should be regularly maintained. Okay, as it is causing sound pollution, it is causing air pollution. So it even so that's why it should be ensure, you should ensure that your vehicle is regularly maintained. Okay, so this was all about in this chapter, my dear students. I hope you have understood this chapter very well. I will be back with another new video, new chapter. Till then, my dear students, stay safe, stay healthy, keep studying. See you all soon. Bye bye.